There is a painting that once hung in almost every middle-class home in Europe, yet it depicts a place no living soul has ever visited. It was a mirror for the collective subconscious of an entire era, an image so powerful it captured the minds of dictators, psychoanalysts, and master artists alike. Today, we dive into the dark waters of Arnold Böcklin's Isle of the Dead. We will explore how one image connected the darkest impulses of Adolf Hitler, the analytical mind of Sigmund Freud, the symphonies of Rachmaninoff, and the surrealist dreams of Salvador Dali. At first glance, the drama is subtle. A small rowboat glides toward a fortress of rock. Inside, a mysterious figure stands entirely in white, resembling a shroud or a statue. In front of them sits a white coffin, laid across the bow. Is this Karen crossing the river Styx? Böcklin never explicitly said so. He called it a dream picture. Notice the water. It's unnervingly still. There are no ripples, no wind. It's as if physics has ceased to exist at the moment of arrival. Look closer at the cliffs. Those dark rectangular portals aren't natural caves. They are burial chambers, hewn into the stone. This is an island built for the dead, a necropolis where the cypress trees, ancient symbols of mourning and immortality, reach up like dark flames toward a heavy, oppressive sky. The vertical lines of the trees and the standing figure create a sense of ascension, while the horizontal boat represents the transition. It is the ultimate visual metaphor for the final journey. Böcklin painted 5 distinct versions between 1880 and 1886. Why? Because the world couldn't get enough of its melancholy. The first version was for himself, but the second was commissioned by a young widow, Marie Berna. She wanted a dream to lose herself in. Böcklin obliged, adding the white coffin and the shrouded figure specifically for her to represent her late husband's journey. The artist's own life was steeped in tragedy. He buried 8 of his 14 children. The Isle wasn't just a commission. It was his own dialogue with the silence of the grave. History tells us that Adolf Hitler was mesmerized by this work. He owned the 3rd version of the painting, purchasing it in 1933. It hung in the Reich Chancellery, and later in his private bunker. What did he see in it? Perhaps the grand, Wagnerian silence of a hero's end, or a dark romanticism that fueled his twisted vision of destiny. But Hitler wasn't alone. In Vienna, the father of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud, also kept a print of the Isle in his office. To Freud, the painting was a map of the id, a visual representation of our innate thanatos, or death drive. Even Vladimir Lenin had a copy hanging over his bed during his exile. This single image served as a backdrop for the most conflicting ideologies of the 20th century. The painting didn't just stay on the wall. It moved into the ears and dreams of others. Sergei Rachmaninoff was so haunted by a black and white print of the work that he composed a massive symphonic poem to capture the sound of the oars hitting the water. Ironically, when he finally saw the original in color, he was disappointed, saying, "If I had seen the color first, I might not have written the music." Decades later, the surrealist master Salvador Dali became obsessed with its dreamlike logic. He painted his own tribute to it, fascinated by how Böcklin managed to make the impossible feel so physically real. For Dali, it was the ultimate proof that the most real landscapes are the ones inside our heads. Böcklin once said that a painting should be so quiet that you are startled by a knock at the door. Isle of the Dead achieves that silence. It doesn't tell you what to feel. It asks you what you fear. As the boat touches the shore, the story ends for the traveler, but for us, the mystery remains. What do you see in the shadows of the cypress trees? Peace or the unknown? Is the Isle real? While Böcklin claimed it was a product of his imagination, several locations claim to be the true inspiration. The most famous is Pontikonisi, the Mouse Island near Corfu, Greece. Its tiny chapel and dark cypress trees bear a striking resemblance to the painting's core. Others point to the English cemetery in Florence, where Böcklin buried his daughter Maria, or the massive Isola di San Michele in Venice. Each location offers a piece of the puzzle, but none capture the eerie, airless silence of the canvas. Arnold Böcklin's Isle of the Dead remains the most famous destination in art, a place we all recognize, but one we hope not to visit for a very long time. A haunting masterpiece needs the right boundary. I'm using this online framing tool to find the perfect match. Find the link in the description to frame your own collection. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more art.